everyone, this is Deb Tim, a Canadian girl, and this is my new beta. I know, I'm crazy, but I just couldn't go buy the beta display without getting another one. I just really am in love with these guys. So Chief is doing wonderfully in his little cube, and this fella, as yet unnamed, is in a vase. But they both have pond lettuce, and they are both really beautiful and healthy. And they don't really bother each other much, looking through the glass at each other. So that's kind of cool. But maybe it's because they're both still young. Like they're pretty small. So anyway, moving on to my pond fry tank. I fed them earlier and they were all out eating. But I don't know where they all are now. But look at how big they're getting. They are only like 3 weeks old. 3 weeks ago they were like a little tiny clear stick. And I brought lots of pond lettuce in for them because they really like it. They're in the pond roots all the time. You can see movement in there. Yeah, look at that, how they swim in and out of them. It's really, really beautiful. These guys are doing amazing. They are all babies from my OB zebra. He bred with 2 different females. One was a red by red albino, and the other one was a yellow lab. And there are a few in here that are like pure white, but I don't see any with any signs of blotches, which I find is really odd. And then I do have about 8 tiny little albinos in here somewhere. There's one way back there. But the albino, the larger ones that are, not one of them is albino, which is pretty unusual. But they're doing fantastic, and I have somebody who is coming for all my yellow lab fry. So I wanted to get a quick update in before they're gone. And then this tank is 2 broods of dragon blood babies. Now obviously there is something else in the mix here because they're not all looking like dragon bloods, but that's what they are. Their mom for both broods were dragon bloods. And then in this tank, it's very hard to see. They're all kind of hiding back there behind the rocks, but they are newly released into this tank yesterday from a playpen. They had just graduated from a tumbler this week, and they are really doing good and eating well. So I'm very pleased with that. And in this aquarium, I have elongatus. Those are the bigger ones. And I have about 6 red empress. That's these guys. And then I have electric blue, which are the smaller ones. And they are also doing really, really well. And I have a fella coming for my hap and peacock fry. So he'll be here next week. So I'm going to be losing a fair amount of these as well. And then in this aquarium, I have the dragon blood mystery babies and my eratus, which are, oh, they're just gorgeous. They're beautiful. And I still have 1 tumbler going. Oh dear, I can't focus. There they are. And they're electric blue, tumbling around very gently, and they're doing really well. So I wanted to share with you also what I feed in my little fish room. When they first get out of the tumbler and go into a playpen, they have First Bites, which is a powdery food, and it's perfect for the first time you feed them. It's so powdery that it's almost hard to see, but believe me, those little guys, they find it. Then the second food Usually once they're a week or two old, I put them onto my homemade baby food, which is made up of 70% vegetables and spirulina, and then the remainder is made up of brine shrimp, bloodworm, and then I grind it all together. But the powder is just not quite as fine as First Bites, so they do like that. The next step is omega-1 in North Fin 0.5 millimeter pellets. And I usually mix the two because I find that the omega-1 they seem to like more, and I have a feeling because it doesn't have quite as good of ingredients that it's got more. It's kind of like the candy, and then the North Fin is the steak, right? So if I mix them together, they eat both. And then I move them onto the bigger North Fin pellets, 1 millimeter and 2 millimeter, and in the final stage, before they leave my little fish room, I start them on spirulina. So I mix half and half spirulina and pellets in each of their meals. So that's what I feed them. And as you can see, each of my foods has their own spoon, and they're really funny. This first one is a nip, the second one is a smidgen, the third one is a pinch, and the final one is a dash. And they are really small spoons, and I love them. They're perfect for feeding my little ones, because when my grandkids come and they all want to feed the babies, I can really control how much they're getting. So anyway, wrapping this up, it's Deb Tim signing off. I hope you had a wonderful Friday. Enjoy your weekend, get some rest, have some family time, and I'll be talking to you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.